We're talking with Tony Award winner Matthew Broderick, who is returning to Broadway and to the Roundabout Theatre in Christopher Hampton's The Philanthropist, in which he plays an Oxford University professor. Was there something about the character that you really related to? Did you say, I am Philip, or did you say, really, I'm not Philip, and this is a challenge?
Both. I felt it was a challenge, but just partly because the size of the role. But at the same time, I didn't think it was such a reach that it would strain belief, you know?
Now, when you're considering any kind of role, are there people that you ask, honey, should I do this?
Yeah, it's basically my wife, you know. She thought it was very good, very funny, and thought it'd be nice for me to do. And I wanted to do it because I just read it and I loved it. I thought it was very funny and original, and it seemed like a good idea to do in the spring, you know?
We are talking with the ever-busy Jonathan Cake. Tell us a little bit about your character in The Philanthropist.
Well, I play the novelist Braham Head. He's an old-fashioned peacock who leaves no feather unfluttered. And what drew me to do it was, you just don't get a chance to do plays this well-written very often in this kind of company. I mean, it's absurd. Christopher Hampton, he's a complete god where I come from, and he wrote this when he was 23, which makes me both awestruck and kind of annoyed, you know. And by that time, he'd already had 2 plays produced professionally in London, so he was kind of an old hand, you know. I mean, it's just extraordinary. The man's gifts are so extravagant.
We are speaking with Christopher Hampton, the Academy Award-winning screenwriter, playwright, and author of The Philanthropist. Was this a play you thought would have so many multiple lives?
No, it was written on assignment for the Royal Court Theatre, where I was working as a resident dramatist in the late 60s. And it was actually... it was a very, very difficult play to write, I remember. I haven't written a formal comedy since because it was so demanding and arduous. The idea of the play, you see, is it's a sort of inversion of the Misanthrope by Molière, where a man annoys everybody by being grumpy, and in this play, the man annoys everyone by being extremely nice.
Have you rewritten or reworked the play in any ways?
Hardly at all. A couple of new jokes came in last week, but other than that, it's really it's kind of in mothballs. The play, it's set in its time, and there it is.
We are talking with David Grindley, the director of The Philanthropist, and this is a play that you've really been committed to for quite a long time. What is it about this play that makes you want to do it over and over again?
This has been a great play for me to work on because the more I do it, the more I recognise how much there is to it. And as I say, just not only how funny it can be, but also how genuinely poignant, touching and affecting to an audience that sort of reflects, in many ways, their own experience. And so, I'm happy to come to it again and again.
We're talking to Anna Madeley, who is making her Broadway debut. Tell us a little bit about your character and how she's evolved with you over the different productions that you've worked on.
I play Celia, who is a postgraduate student at Oxford. Very smart, quite a biting wit. She likes to provoke people, she likes an intellectual debate. She's not scared of that confrontation, and she's in a relationship with Philip, who's lovely but quite unassertive, and so they clash a little on that front.
For someone of your background and your generation, what does Broadway represent to an actress like you?
I love the fact that you've got a mixture of actors here. I love the fact that the British and Americans are working together a lot. I think that's really exciting.
We are talking with stage and screen star Stephen Weber, who is playing the role of Donald. Tell us a little bit about Donald and why you and David think you were the right person to play him.
My character is an English teacher who's kind of taken the art of idleness to a new height. He's perfected the ability to seem conscientious and to seem intelligent without really being. And I think I immediately sprang to David's mind as the perfect person for that role. I'm kind of like that. See, I don't even understand what I just said to you, but it sounds kind of cute. Yeah, exactly.